Hi, I hope all is well wherever you are. I'm doing well. I know it's been a minute, but today I actually felt like making a video, there it is. And today I want to talk about couponing. So, just to keep this video from feeling scattered, because I do want to talk about the past and um, my couponing experience today. So let's start with the present, and if you stick around, I'll talk about back in the day. Cause baby, the time was had. Okay. So earlier this week, after I hadn't seen couponing content in what seemed like forever. I saw a content creator breaking down her CVS haul on TikTok, and it was just very nostalgic. And I was like, dang, I had it made back then. Okay, so I said, well, you know what? Let me just get a little taste. Let me just see if I can even get back into couponing like I once had before. And this was back in COVID days. So staying present. So today I got up early. I got the ad, which I took a couple of notes from a couple of content creators that had did hauls for this week's sales. I had those notes, but I still broke open the weekly ad just to try to find deals, for the most part involving items that I actually use or that my family uses. Because that's one con about couponing, is that when you get so far into this stuff, you start accumulating all kind of stuff just for the sake of saving money or because the deal is so awesome. No. Okay. So I did. I went to CVS this morning with my little breakdown. And again, you can look at the ad all you want. Doesn't mean that you're gonna find everything on your paper inside your store. And that happened to me today. So there was one deal I couldn't complete because they only had one soap and I needed three. So I wasn't able to complete that deal. So what was supposed to be two transactions ended up being one transaction altogether, which really worked out. I'm going to start with the numbers first, and then I'll probably go through each deal that I got from CVS today. So the super grand total was $82.79. That's before all coupons, all savings, and all that stuff. It was $82.79. Then let's just do this together. $82.79. So first thing that came off were my coupons. And I had a good 3, 6, 7 coupons came off, but I had more. And the reason why the other ones didn't come off is because the ad price didn't match the in-store price. So the ad would say like $5.99, and then in-store my item was like $5.39. So for some of the coupons that said you get $2 off when you spend 10, the little bit of change difference took me away from meeting the threshold. So some of those 2 for 10 or $2 off $10 spent or $2 off $8 spent, those coupons didn't come off because these were $5.99 in the ad. In the store they were $5.39. So I couldn't, I didn't meet the threshold, so those coupons didn't come off, which is cool. I still had a great time. I still feel like this was a great haul. Now for me, I didn't go in with any extra care bucks. I had a $3 extra care buck that was given to me for my birthday recently, and then the rest is just digital coupons that I clipped in the app. So $82.79, and I end up having $27.25 in coupons. That brought my total down to $55 $1.54. And then I used my $3 extra care buck. That brought my total down to $52.54. And then I essentially didn't pay for this haul because I redeemed my rewards on one of my credit cards, which ended up being $40. So so they ended up being $40 credit on that card. So I used that card to charge the $53.88. I don't know why I'm getting $52.54 on my calculator, but the receipt says $53.88 plus tax. And that's a $40 credit on my card, so that brings me down to $13.88 that will actually be charged on my card that I gotta pay off. So yeah, and then with $13.88 charged on my card, what I got back was $34 in extra care bucks. Okay, so it was a good deal. So I ended up spending $13.88, got $34 back. And that was great for my first haul back at CVS. So let's go through the deals and how they came about. And I'll use my receipt. Let me see here. Okay, so first thing first is we're gonna go like match the receipt. So Garnier, these were 2 for $9, and I ended up getting using a $3 coupon. And plus, I can't really break it down because there was a big like $10 coupon when you spend $30 on beauty, skincare, and personal care. I had one of those big threshold coupons on my receipts too, so little bits of change went towards every beauty personal care item you bought, which is 90% of my haul. So yeah, so these were 2 for $9, $3 coupon and $3 back made them $3 out of pocket, $1.50 each. I don't know how much these are at Walmart. I don't use this brand anymore, but because I do have it, it will be used. I have used this brand in the past, so it's not a useless product. Next is Nivea. These were $6.99 in the ad, but they ended up being in my store $6.79. So I ended up using a $2 off Nivea coupon plus the threshold coupon. So, and then I got back $7. I got back $7 in extra care bucks for these. So that's like 12, 13, 7, 8, 9. Like $4, like $2 each for these. And I use this. I actually have the cocoa butter one up there on my desk, so I will be pouring these two into that big bottle because I think we're already halfway. So that's a product I use. Next is Colgate. Again, these were $5.99 in the ad, $5.39. Yes, $5.39 in the store. So I did miss out on an additional coupon, threshold coupon with these, but I did have what applied, a $2 off coupon. And for Colgate, I got back, what did I get back for the toothpaste? $6. I got back $6 extra care bucks for the toothpaste. So it's like 11 something, 6, 7, 8. So like what, $1.50 or maybe $2 or something like that for these. And the way I look at it is that if the price after coupons and savings and all that stuff is this cheaper than Walmart, A great deal. A great deal was made. Next, after Colgate. Now, these I don't use, but the deal was pretty good for the Neutrogena product. I think the deal was if you spend $25, you get $10 in extra care bucks back. Yes. So for spending $25 on Neutrogena facial care. These were $6.99 each for the face wipes. And then this was $13.49. But this had a $5 coupon. These had a $4 coupon. And I had an additional coupon somewhere on top of the threshold coupon as well. So 9, 10, and then $10 back. So 19 in savings, $25. What is that? 6. So 2, 4, 6, $2 each. I don't even use that. So that will likely be given away to somebody. Hauls. These were BOGO. I think buy one get one 50% off. So and they were $3.29. So one was $3.29. The other one was $1.65. And then I had a $1.25 off coupon. I also had a threshold coupon for these too. It was $2 when you spend 6, but the 50% off took me under the threshold, so I couldn't use that coupon. So these ended up being like, I don't know, 75 cents or something or a dollar something. I don't know, cheaper than Walmart. Shoot. Hand soaps. We had 2 deals on hand soaps. Oh, yeah, and with the hauls, I got back $2 in extra care bucks. So down to the hand soaps, which for both of those, I got $3 in extra care bucks back when you buy 2. So for the soft soap was $3.89, and the dial was buy one get one 40% off, and that was $3.39 and $1.36. Did I have coupons for these? I don't believe I had coupons for these. I just got extra care bucks back for them. So $6 in total for these 4 bottles of hand soap, plus the threshold coupon. And these end up being like, I don't know, $1 and something after savings. I didn't break down all of that. But I'll take these to work. So this is also not a useless product. We have hand soap here. And the people at my job, for whatever reason, they buy hand soap for the sink, even though we have soap dispensers. I use soap dispensers. Other people buy hand soap, whatever. So they were cheap. I'll probably take them to the store if, we don't really need them here. And then my favorite part of this whole haul is these little facial shaping razors. I love these. I have one that I'm not really feeling, and I told myself I needed to go to Walmart to get some more because I don't like the one that I have. And the last one of these, I threw it away because it was time to change up. And they were $1. One was $1.09 and the other 2 were 99 cents because the beauty coupon, the 10 off 30 threshold coupon, applied some pennies, literally some pennies to these. So they were $1.25 and they came down to $1 on clearance. And CVS usually has like a lot of clearance stuff. If you notice the yellow tags all over the place. So yeah, so after all of that, I ended up I'll end up being charged about $13 for this haul, minus my $40 credit, minus $25, $27 in coupons, minus my $3 extra care buck, and getting 34 extra care bucks back after the purchase. So, and that was fun. That was fun. But is this gonna lead me into couponing again? No, I would never do this full time like I did during COVID. And this is where the video is going to pivot to back in the day when I was so heavy in couponing. I had my account set up, I had my sister's account set up, I had my mom's account set up, and I had my brother's account set up. And I was couponing for all of us from all four of those accounts back in the day. My old neighborhood easily had a good handful of CVS's around me. That was one of my stores I was couponing at. I had 2 Targets. I had about 8 Publixes, 2 Walmarts, and 3 Walgreens. Yeah. So a handful of CVS. Yeah. So those were my main stores. Walgreens, CVS, Publix, Target. And I don't even think I did that much couponing in Walmart. Because Walmart doesn't like have like the deals and all that stuff like the other stores do. So I didn't do a lot of couponing in Walmart. So it was mainly the other 4. CVS, Publix, and Target, and Walgreens. Those were my 4 main stores. And Walgreens was like a blue moon type thing. My heavy hitters, Publix and CVS. And Target, number 3. Number 1, I think, would be CVS. Number 2 is Publix. Number 3 is Target. Yeah. So those were my 3 heavy hitters back in the day. And so I'm just reminiscing. So I'll tell you some of my favorite couponing moments and like some of the pros and cons that I found with couponing and why I probably wouldn't get into that today. I would say the number 1 reason why I wouldn't coupon today like I did back then, it's very time consuming. You do end up spending money when you like are chasing every single deal, because even if you're getting your hauls down to under $20, when you look at all of the hauls you're getting down to under $20, it all still adds up. That's number 1, or not number 1, that's just a reason. Another reason is accumulating so much stuff. I had so much stuff that I did not use. I didn't use. Now, don't get me wrong. My couponing day, and this was like around COVID, so all the time in the world. And by the time lockdown ended and like the world was trying to get back to normal and stuff, I had slowed down. Like I think I got burnt out. It just wasn't fun anymore. And I had so much crap in my home. And I really just didn't need anything else. And I was selling, but that too has its ups and downs, because you're selling stuff for cheaper than the store and people still want to haggle you about your pricing. That got old so fast. But I did. I sold to my neighbors. I sold to my family. I sold through Facebook Marketplace. I used to put these go bags together that would have like essentials. It would include, cleaning supplies, laundry supplies, soaps, toothpaste, a pack of toilet paper, um, shampoo and conditioner. You take the picture of the whole haul and you sell it for like 30, 40, $50, depending on, all that you're putting in there. I used to do those. Those used to sell really, really well over Facebook Marketplace. And you meet up at the gas station, exchange, goods for the funds, and you go about your day. And another thing that was really popular that you used to get crazy deals on was like diapers. And of course, people were chasing down those discounted diapers like crazy, and yeah. So then I'll have my family come by and they buy whatever they come and raid the closet and pay and go about their business. I used to set up outside of my garage a couple of Saturdays. I get all of our picnic tables in a long row, set up everything, and sit there and let the cars drive by. And I'm literally down the street from Walmart. And I'll set up and cars will come by, park, come up, buy some stuff, go on about their business. And it was fun. It was fun. It was nice to make some pocket change. And then I started couponing before I even got my car. Like before I got my car, I was couponing on my bike. And I had my bungee cords. Okay, I had my bungee cords to strap my bags onto that back rack, put bags on my handlebars, and I was all over my city. And people would tell you I was all over my city on my bicycle. I'm so serious. I don't know how many times some folks done told my mama that they saw me way across the way. When I got that bicycle, I was unstoppable. I was everywhere. I was all over my city. And having a good time at that. So yeah, I had about 50 cans of tomatoes, all kinds of tomatoes one time on my bicycle. That was a long ride home because that was way heavier than I anticipated riding back home with heavy ass cans. So that was a good deal. I remember we had a deep freezer, and I remember I stacked that deep freezer up to the tippy top with chicken. It was a Publix deal. The brand was it Just Bear or something like that? Or Just Bear? The green package. They had an insane deal on chicken, okay? Coupons from the Publix store themselves, them green and purple books. The green book was for the food. The purple book was for like personal care, household type stuff. And it was BOGO on top of the coupon. I don't know, but that chicken was like change. Like it was change. And I had like 8 to 10 Publixes right around me. And by that time I had my car. I hit up every Publix in my city. I hit up every Publix in my city and tore that chicken deal up. Publix also had one time, I think it was Sparkle paper towel, and that's how we found. Oh, that's another thing. Because this is also how you find out, like some products it be trash. So paper towels, I don't like Sparkle. I don't like Viva paper towels. And I have gone ham on both of those brands when the deals were good through Publix. I had my closet filled to the top because I hit every Publix in my city for that paper towel deal. Both times it happened. I hit up every Publix in my city. I was buying at first I was buying about 10 Sunday papers because that's where the coupons were back in the day. I used to buy 10 Sunday papers, and then I started finding coupon sellers online where you could buy like 50, 60, 80 coupon books in bulk for like $35, $40. And it was worth the investment. It was worth the investment. So then I started buying coupon books in bulk, and then even a local paper that was free started coming once or twice a week. A little random paper that nobody ever picked up. Nobody ever picked up. And I happened to open it one day, and it had coupons in it. And you know what I did? Baby, it was like Monday and Thursday, or Mondays and Saturdays, or something like that. They used to throw that paper out. And I used to get on my bike or on foot, and I would go and collect that paper for blocks. And that way I didn't have to buy my coupons in bulk anymore. Sometimes I still did, because then they started putting coupons in certain counties. And so we used to get, I forgot. One was called Source something. And then another one was called Red Plum. I forgot the name of the coupon books. But my county stopped getting the Red Plum. And I remember driving down about an hour out, because that was the nearest county that had the Red Plum book, and I needed the Red Plum book. And I drove my ride down there and bought up so many newspapers to get the Red Plum book. This was when I was just forehead deep in couponing, and it was just getting ridiculous in the name of chasing a sale. And this is how I ended up getting burnt out, because I was chasing everything whether I needed it or not. And it just got crazy. And my other really favorite deal was a Target deal, because I got two cats. I got two boy cats. Target had this insane deal on cat litter. Insane. And I had my guy friend with a pickup truck. Because you know them cat litter, the buckets, the mugs heavy, okay? They heavy. I racked up about 30 to 50 of those yellow tidy cat buckets for nothing. It was a coupon on the product, a coupon in the newspaper, and then Target had a savings plus a gift card back, and I already had gift cards, so the gift card was paying for the total after the savings, and then I was getting that same $25 gift card back. It was crazy free. And we went to every Target in Tampa, and we even crossed the bridge, and we hit up the Target in St. Pete. Baby, that was like a two-day thing. And I ended up stacking our outside shed with nothing but cat litter buckets. And that lasted me almost a year, if not more, of not having to buy no cat litter. And then turned around, and Mama was using the empty buckets in her garden. Okay, it was so much fun. It was so addicting though. It really was, because every time I get on here, you see I'm barefaced. I have been barefaced all my life. All my life. I don't use makeup. But you best believe I have makeup galore. Shadows, lip balms, eyeliners, lip liners, lipsticks, lip gloss. I did not buy a lot of foundation. I did not buy a lot of foundation. But like everything else, yes, yes, it was free, especially to CVS. CVS had great deals on like skincare, beauty, hair. They had great deals. When you get extra care bucks back, you got store coupons and newspaper coupons. Yeah, it was phenomenal. Okay, and you know another reason that kind of like messed up everything is when the coupons started being limited to like one per person per household per day. I think that really like messed up the vibe for me as well. It's along with being burnt out too. But so like I mean I had a gang of fun couponing back then. And thankfully by the time I did reach burnout and it wasn't fun anymore and I had enough, I had enough stuff and I stopped selling. Like I wasn't even selling stuff that long really. That's how old it got. Like how fast it got to be old when it comes to like pricing and going back and forth with people about why this is priced this way when you're not paying no taxes and it's cheaper than what you buying at the store plus taxes at the store, and they still want to haggle you about your pricing. That got old real fast. So then I just stopped selling altogether. And you know what? Another thing though, I will say is that I didn't even hoard a lot of the stuff. The makeup I kept because I didn't know what to do with it outside of like, what my girl cousins got, what my sister would use, and all of that. And I think my brother wasn't with us at the time, but he would come through, get some stuff for his place when he was with whoever he was with at the time. And then everything else kind of just stayed in our apartment. And I'm telling you, like, I'm not even lying. That stuff lasted us 5 years after the world opened back up after COVID, without me having to never coupon ever again until I gave it a shot today. I didn't have to touch like toilet paper, laundry soap. We tried different brands with laundry soap because the deals. Now I used to get really good deals at CVS and Target. Was really good with like household deals. Toilet paper and paper towels and laundry soaps, between those two, you got some damn good deals between those two stores. But I don't have the energy to even chase that kind of stuff anymore. Like I used to go to store to store to store to store all in one day, or my whole weekend on top of going to work. My weekend would be couponing, straight up couponing. Yeah. I still got Q-tips. I guess we don't really use Q-tips. I still got like 6 boxes of Q-tips over there. But yeah, a time was had. A time was had. We was talking about it when we was coming down to like the last what? Like I still got toothbrushes. I still got toothpaste. But then my mom got like a program. I don't know if it's like Medicare or Medicaid or whatever it is for the older people, that they get free stuff every month with their benefits. So she been stacking up on some stuff through that program because she don't want it to go to waste. So she orders toothpaste, toothbrushes, ointment type stuff. So we've been stockpiling that up, and yeah. But I will say, like, I will not get back into couponing like I did before. This was fun because I just happened to see it this week. I just happened to see a content creator talking about it this week. So then I looked at a couple of deals and I was like, let me just try and see. And then I happened to have that $40 credit on one of my credit cards. So I said, okay, I won't have to spend any money, which I ended up spending after the $40 credit. I'll be charged what, $13 some change, $14, and I'll just pay that right back off when I get paid next week. But yeah, because I keep that card at 0. Now that I'm starting to understand like interest, like for real understand interest, yeah, I am cleaning up my financial life. But this was a fun little thing that I did do because I did have that $40 credit, which I could have used it for anything, but I did this. So that's it. How long is this video? 35. Oh, wow. But I hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend and a smooth week next week. And I'll be back. I don't know when, but I'll see you around.